Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Data Sculptor. Today we are going to see another interesting SQL question. This was asked in a WIPRO data analyst interview. So you have this table called rewards. You have club ID, member ID and some rewards. So here if you see, one club ID can have multiple members. So here 100 club ID 100 has members 110 and 111, and each member will have some rewards associated. So based on this data we need to calculate the total points for each club ID. So you have three clubs here, 100, 102 and 103. So you need to calculate the total points for each of this club ID. So now let's go back to SQL Server Studio and see what is the logic, how do we calculate the points, what is the use of member ID, what is the use of rewards. So now let's go back to SQL Server Studio and understand what is it and how to get the required points. So as discussed earlier, this is the input. I have this rewards table and I have inserted this data which we have seen earlier. So here the total points are calculated based on the rewards. So one club has multiple members and one member has multiple rewards. So there might be a scenario where one club can have multiple rewards. So that means here 100, if you see for club ID 100, you have member ID 110 and member ID 110 does not have any rewards, and member ID 111 has rewards A and BB, and 102 has rewards 4 members 115, 116, 117 and 110. So here one member ID can also belong to multiple clubs, so that is also the case. But so here if for these 4 members we have these all rewards. For 102 you have AA, CC, DD and BB, CC, PP, BB and CC, BB. If you see some rewards are duplicated, that means BB, see if you take reward BB, it is present for both members 116 and 110, but you have to consider only once, and for and BB is also present in 117. So 3 times it is there, but you have to consider it only once. Similarly CC is also there, it is also present 3 times, but you have to consider it only once. So you have to take the distinct rewards for each club ID and then calculate. So for every reward you will have some points and then calculate the total sum. So first let's get the distinct rewards for each club ID. So select from rewards, and so since we are using a column here, we will use cross apply string split, and here we will have to use the separator which is column, and sorry, first we will have to use the column name which is rewards, comma colon. So if you run the select statement, so basically what does string split do? It splits a string into multiple rows. So here if you see AA colon BB, so here the separator colon is there, so AA will be in one row and BB will be in one row. So basically this string split is a function that splits one row into multiple rows. Okay, so string split function accepts arguments as a column from a table. So if we have to use a column from a table and pass it to a function, we have to use the cross apply. So this is the difference between cross apply and join. So hope you are aware of the difference between cross apply and join. If you are not aware, comment down in the comment section. I will make a video explaining difference between cross apply and inner join. But for now, understand that whenever you are using a function and if it needs to accept a column from a table as a input, you have to use the cross apply. Okay, so cross apply works as inner join. So but since you are using function, you should use cross apply as a keyword. Okay, so once when you run this is what you get. So this particular row has been split into 2 rows. Okay, so here we want only club ID comma value. So value is a column, string split returns the column value, and this value contains this string value which is split into multiple rows. So value is the output of the string split function. So now if you run this, you will get the club ID and value. So 100 has values A and BB, and 102 has let's sort by order by 1 comma 2. So why am I using 1 comma 2 and not the column names? You can use the column names also, but as you know the order of execution, so order by will execute after the select. So since the select is already evaluated, the columns the column positions are fixed, so that's why you will be using order by 1 and 2. Same way you cannot use group by 1 comma 2, because group by will be executed first before select. So wherever in the order by where in the order of execution, wherever the in whatever statements you that will execute after the select, you can mention the ordinal positions or the column positions. So here club ID is 1 and value is position 2. So now if I run this, execute this, you will get 100 A, and 102 you have A, and 102 you have BB thrice, and CC thrice, and DD and PP, and also 103 you have this. But we want to take only one value. If they are distinct, we need to take only one value. So let's keep distinct here. So if you run this, you will get the distinct club ID and the reward. So I will rename this as rewards. Okay. So you will get the club ID and the rewards. So now we have got the club ID and the rewards. So now let's see what are the value of each rewards. Okay. So we have this value of each rewards. So for A, reward A, it is 10 points, for BB it is 20, CC it is 30, DD it is 40, and PP it is 50. Okay. So now what I will do, so I will create in this, I will create one more case statement. Case when value is equal to A, then 10. Okay. So I will write this case statement 5 times, 1 2 3 4 5. So here instead of A, I will read BB, CC, DD and PP, and here it is 20, 30, 40, 50, and I will use end as points. Okay. So now if I execute this, you will get for every reward whatever points are there. Now what we will have to do, we will have to sum the points column. So how do we sum the points column from this? Let's use the CTE with CTE. Every time we are using CTE, so now let's use the subquery. So select from I'll take this entire query in a table format in a subquery. So for select star from, you need to, if whenever you are using the subquery, you need to always provide an alias. If you do not provide an alias, it will always give you an error. So keep this in mind. So and also order by you should not use, so you have to remove the order by, and if you run this, it will give you an error because you need to provide a alias. Okay. So some alias you need to provide. So once you provide this alias and you run this, you will get club, rewards and points. Okay. So simply now you have to take the sum of the total points for each and every club. So how do you do that? Club ID comma sum of points as total underscore points, and we need to use the group by club ID. Okay. So if you do the group by club ID, this is what you get. So for 100 it is 30, for 102 it is 150, and for 103 it is 110. So in this way we need to calculate the sum of to calculate the total points for each club. So here the main concept is how to the interviewer here is interested to test your knowledge about cross apply and also the string split. Okay. So here you need to understand the cross apply and string split. So if you are not aware of these two, then you will not be able to solve this query, because writing the case statement and doing the sum of is very simple, basic SQL, but the interviewer is mostly interested to understand test you if you are having knowledge on this cross apply and string split. So hope you all like this question. So if you like this, please click on the like button and also click on subscribe button for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.